Next is the choice of milk, that is cow milk, buffalo milk and formula milk. Which type of milk select for the artificial feeding? Cow milk, cow's milk versus human milk. What are the peculiarity of the cow's milk and human milk? Cow's milk protein has more protein as calves need more to enable them to grow quickly. Calves means the little cow. Cow's milk protein has more protein as calves need more to enable them to grow quickly. Human milk need less protein and more fat as required in the development of brain, spinal cord and nerves. Then protein divided into casein, that is whey proteins. Proteins divided into casein and whey proteins. Normal ratio in cow milk is 80 to 20. Normal ratio in human milk is 40 to 60. Casein is difficult to digest and linked to various diseases, allergies and diabetic in children. The first one is cow milk protein enable for the calf grow. Human milk is less protein for the development of brain, spinal cord and nerves. Second one is proteins divided into casein and whey proteins. Normal ratio cow milk is 80 to 20. Then normal ratio in human milk 40 to 60. Casein is difficult to digest in linked to various diseases. Then fat, cow milk contain 3.9 gram, contain more of saturated fat. Human milk contain 4.1 gram, contain more of unsaturated fat. Then calcium, cow milk contain 120 milligram per 100 ml. Large quantity difficult for the digestion for a newborn baby. Human milk contain 34 mg per 100 ml, easily absorbed. Then cow milk contain very little iron, vitamin A, C and D. Cow milk has high protein, sodium and potassium, phosphorus, chloride, which increase renal load. These are the peculiarity of the cow milk and human milk. Again, cow milk contain that is repetition, no need. Then important points. What are the important points of artificial feeding? Use cutlery, spoon or cup for feeding. Cutlery means a bowl. Cutlery, spoon or cup for feeding. Avoid using bottle for feeding, which is a source of infection. Avoid using bottle for feeding, which is a source of infection. If used, prefer glass bottles instead of plastic or metal bottles. If using the bottle, use glass bottle instead of plastic or metal bottles. Clean feeding vessels and rubber nipples using bottle brush and fresh clean water after each feed. Clean the feeding vessels and rubber nipples using bottle brush and fresh clean water after each feed. Bottle and nipple need to be sterilized by boiling before each feed. Bottle and nipple should be sterilized by boiling before each feed. Boil rubber nipple for 1 or 2 minutes only and bottle for at least 10 minutes. Rubber nipple boil 1 or 2 minutes and a bottle for at least 10 minutes. Keep bottles and nipples in covered container till these are used. After washing, keep the nipples covered till they are used. Preparation of milk. If cow or buffalo milk, boil properly. cow or cow milk or buffalo milk, boil properly. Boiling makes casein curds finer and easily digestible. Boiling will help to convert the casein curds finer and easily digestible. Commercially available dried powdered milk are reconstituted by mixing 1 level measure of milk powder plus 30 ml of water. The commercially available dried powder milks are reconstituted by mixing 1 level or 1 spoon measure of milk powder plus 30 ml of water. Then feed requirement age number of feed in 24 hours. What are the feed requirement age number of feed in 24 hours? Approximately at birth to day 3, baby will need frequent feeding half ounce to 2 ounce at each feeding. Birth to the day baby will need frequent feeding half ounce to 2 ounce at each feeding. Then 2 weeks to 1 month at least 6 to 10 times 2 to 4 ounce, that is 60 to 120 ml. 2 weeks to 1 month at least 6 to 10 times by 2 to 4 ounce, total 60 to 120 ml. Then 1 to 2 months 6 to 8 times 2 to 4 ounce, total 60 to 120 ml. 3 to 5 months 5 to 7 times 5 to 6 ounce, total 150 to 180 ml. Then 6 to 8 months 4 to 5 times 6 to 8 ounce, 180 to 240 ml. 9 to 11 months 3 to 4 times 6 to 8 ounce, total 180 to 240 ml. Then 12 months 3 to 3 times 6 ounce, total 180 ml. Then hazardous factor related to artificial feeding: danger of contamination, multiple nutrition deficiency, gastroenteritis. Then long-term sequelae of exclusive artificial feeding leads to lactose intolerance, obesity, atherosclerosis, poor learning abilities, poor parent-children relationship, frequent pregnancy, and family disruption. Hazardous factors related to artificial feeding: danger of contamination, multiple nutritional deficiencies. There is a chance of contamination, multiple nutrition deficiency, gastroenteritis, this diarrhea. Then long-term sequelae of exclusive artificial feeding leads to lactose intolerance, obesity, atherosclerosis, poor learning abilities, poor parent-child relationship. There is a no bonding, no parent-child relationship, frequent pregnancy, there is no spacing, then family disruption. These are the long-term problems with the exclusive artificial feeding. These are all about the weaning and artificial feeding. Artificial feeding is the feeding should be started only if the mother is unable to breastfeed. The baby mothers who are not motivated for breastfeeding may use this as an excuse for top feeding their babies. Artificial feeding means to feed the child other than breastfeed. Feed the child other than breastfeed. It involves the use of breast milk substitutes in the form of liquid milk, fresh cow's or buffalo's milk, or commercially available dried whole milk. Then aims of the artificial feeding, then indication of artificial feeding. What are the indications